So by now you should have your first React app running in. As in the last video, we learned how simple it was to create and run a basic React application using Create React App. At the same time, we should understand the structure of the React application. So what we will do now is we'll actually look at what's get created when we actually run that command. So if they are basically three folders, one is your node modules, the other one is a public source, then there is a git file. In fact, there are four files: yarn.log, readme, and package.json, and this one. So these two are probably like related to your, one is related to git core. This one is this file yarn gets auto generated when, let's suppose, we actually add or delete some sort of like packages. Your main package JSON file is basically contains all the dependencies in the script that is required by the project. So for example, we are using React, so you can see the React is present over there. There are scripts present over there. So all those sort of things are present over here. Your name of the app, your version. So that's the whole purpose for the package.json. Then then we look at the public folder. In the public folder, you have an index.html. Basically, when the application start, this is the first page that's get loaded. This will be the only HTML file in the entire application, since React is generally, since you know that React is generally written in JSX, which we obviously have learned through. And the main stuff, if you the main actually element over here is that div id is equals to root. This is basically, this line has a quite a lot of significance. So if we go to source and go to index.jsx, this is this gets basically highlighted, you can say, or all your codes get loaded in that particular root. So as we are over here, the index.js, this is basically the JavaScript file which correspond to index.html. As I mentioned earlier, since our browser don't know the JSX, so what the system does is, I mean, the React does is, it's basically when we build it, it converts it into a form of an HTML, and then that's get rendered or read by the browser, in simple words. Then we should come back over here. So you're seeing this app. Actually, this is basically your main app component. This gets imported through this particular line, and it's connected to this particular file, app.js. App.js is basically, this is the file of the app main component, you can say. All of your rest, I mean, you can say rest of the components will get loaded from over here. So for example, if you have a header and you have footer, all of them gets loaded from over here. Right now, obviously, we haven't created any sort of header, or you can say footer component. So obviously, it's going to give us an error. But I was just generally giving an example, like how components get listed within the app.js. Then app.css is basically the corresponding style sheet for app.js. In a similar fashion, you have index.css, that's the corresponding style sheet for index.js. Then you have a logo SVG. You can just ignore that for now. Service worker, that's for the progressive web apps. That's out of scope for now. And I and that's about it. I mean, these are the core files which we will be actually working on. And that's it. Hopefully, you understand the complete folder structure of the React.